What's up, everybody? Just having some fun playing some videos. So I'm gonna be pricing some books, show them off to you guys, price them off. Got a stack of books here I need to go over. Try to see if I can find prices. Some stuff I might not be able to find prices. We're gonna go to GPA, maybe Go Collect. I'm gonna log into these things now and go from there. But trying to get these things logged in while I got beans. I got red beans cooking in the background, baby. Got those cooking in the background. So hopefully I do get some guests that can come hang out with me while I do, handle that stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time getting up to Go Collect now. All right, Go Collect. Let's make sure I log into this one so I can already have it. All right. So that's the password. Now I'll try a different password. Oh, that is the password. All right. So we got a couple of things logged in. Might have my buddy Boston Chris hang out with me while I try to look this up. I already have eBay pulled up as well. So we got Go Collect, we got the GPA, we got eBay, we got all that ready to rock. So let's start it off. This is gonna be this book is I don't know what to start off with. So don't know what to start off with first, but I'll start off with this book. This is Batman 232 from 1971, Neil Adams, first appearance of Raja Ghul, and A96. This is going to be available on Elite Comics 11. Where the collectors are the vendors. Collectors Expo 2023 starts this Friday. So I'm gonna look this up on Go Collect and GPA. This is gonna be a tough one because of the grade. I remember looking it up on GPA, and the last it was like 4,300. So 232. All right, so got that pulled up. So again, let's look at this bad boy up. My boy my boy Dustin, Two Brothers Comics, actually wants me to send this back in because he believes it is a 9.8. I have to agree with him, but I have to agree with him, but it is what it is. So let's go to Go Collect first. I want to Go Collect. I'm going to click on the 9.6. 9.6 population is 126. He said a sale at Heritage. They had 2 sales in Heritage. So let me see if that pulls up on GPA. It actually does pull up on GPA. So actually had 2 recent sales. They actually had a sale June 25th for 4,300 from Heritage, and that was White Pager, and it sold for 4,300. And then they just had another one 7 days ago that sold for 3,720. I don't think there's a $600 price difference on grade. I mean on page quality. But as you can see, that's just why Dustin wants me to send it in to try to get that 9.8. The last 9.8 sold was $15,000. So I'm nervous to take that gamble. You know what I mean? I'm nervous to take that gamble, but I'm actually pricing it on the higher end. I know this is on the higher end. I'm actually pricing this at $4,500. I'm actually going to price this at $4,500. I already have the sticker made. And I think I I don't know what I'll take for it if somebody sends an offer, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna price it at. Like I said, as you can see, if we go to this, you go back to. I can't go to. I don't know how to figure this out. Let's see. But yeah, if we let's go back to this page so it shows the table. So yeah. So as you can see, a big, big, big price difference between this and a 9.8, which makes no sense in my opinion. Wrong thing. So yeah, let's stop sharing with this one. I can add it later. So as you see, they had a couple of sales on GPA that gave a 90-day average of 4,020, high sale 4,300, and a lower sale of 3,700. Go Collect puts it at FMV at 3,700, which I don't agree on, since you had two sales that was over 3,700. But it's just something I have to think about really, because like I said, it's borderline. I think it can get a 9.8. It's just it's just one of those things. So if it doesn't sell, I'll probably roll a dice with Dustin and do that. Send it off or whatever to get re-rated. This is a book I want to do. It's not a big book, but I haven't looked up this book in a while. But it is a high grade from the 70s, which that other one is too, I think. That one's 71. This is 73. So next book up is going to be Fear 19 or Adventure into Fear with Man Thing. So this is the first appearance of Howard the Duck in a 9.4 off-white to white pages. Another book that we thought probably could top out at a 9.6. But in this one, actually, honestly, when I look at this one over, and when we look both of these over, if we think this could be a 9.6, that should definitely be a 9.8. That's just how this one has a few minor things that keeps it away from 9.6. First appearance of Howard the Duck. So let me get this ready. And like I said, Boston Chris might join me. Bleeker said he might join once he's off of work. That actually helped me out. I'm trying to run it back and forth to get dealing with some food. So this is Fear 19. There's Howard the Duck, which is not as expensive as I thought it would be. Well, it gets more once you get to 9.6. 9.6, they have no recent sales of this book in the last 90 days. 9.6 was the most recent sale, was $901. So I probably have to look at a 9.2 and look at a 9.6 and maybe do the average. That's what I'm looking at GPA, but let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Let me get Bleeker in here. We'll get Bleeker in here. What's up, Bleak?
Boom. How you doing, bro?
How you doing?
Decent enough. Long day at work. Now I get to hang out with my buddies.
Yes. I understand the long day at work. It was ridiculous. I kind of went over this book already, the Batman 232.
What'd you price that at? What's that priced at?
I priced it at $4,500. They had two sales, one at 43, a little bit over 4,300, and then they had one at 3,700 at Heritage. No other sales, no eBay, no other auction houses, nothing.
I'm really shocked that book isn't sold more often, being the first Ra's al Ghul. Like, it makes no sense.
It's sold often in lower grades, but and the price difference, I kind of went over the price difference in the 9.6 to a 9.8.
Yeah.
Is astronomical. It's ridiculous.
That's almost worth cracking and sending it back just in case.
Yeah, so that's why I'm gonna price it at $4,500. If it doesn't sell, this will be one of those things that we send back a couple of times.
Yeah.
But if somebody gives me it close to the price I'm asking, I'll take the win.
Sure.
I'll take the win. But And I'll tell them, do not message me if you send it back to get it regraded. I do not want to know it comes back a 9.8.
I would not want to know that either, bro. I would not want to know.
Yeah, because like if I sold it at $4,000, basically, if it came back a 9.8, I could make 11,000 more.
That's crazy, eh? It's so fucked up though. I noticed that when I was pricing my Wolverine 1 when it got real hot, a 9.8 was I don't know, I think they're $900, 9.6, 140. Like,
yeah, it's what's up, K-pop? What's going on,
K-pop in the house.
80 in the house. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense. This is another one that's on the same realm. The first appearance of Howard the Duck. I'll show like what I saw so far. So this is the GPA of it. Just to let people know in case they don't believe me. See, Fear 19. They have no sales of a 9.4 in the last 90 days. They haven't had a sale since April.
What was the
most recent? Well, that was 456, but you can't go by that when a 9.2 sold for 363. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That 9.2 sold in July. Then the same thing with the 9.6 sold in July for 901. I'm gonna look at Go Collect really quickly, but if it's the same kind of deal with Go Collect, I'm gonna probably do. This is what I normally do: is I'll take the 901, the 363, add it up, and then divide it by 2.
Well, what book are you doing again? Which is it, man?
This is Fear 19, first appearance of Howard the Duck in a 9.4.
I'm gonna look it up on Cover Price just for shits and giggles.
Okay, so I'm going to Go Collect 19. Go Collect right now. Yeah, I hate the Batman book. I'm kind of like reluctant to sell it because Dustin really wants me to send it back in. Dustin really, he's like, if I had the money, he would buy it and send it back in.
Does he believe that it's a 9.8?
Yes.
Dustin's pretty good at what he's doing, man. I almost believe him then too, because he's getting grades, astronomical grade bumps and stuff.
So they don't have the most recent sale is the same thing on from GPA on Go Collect.
And what do you have there? A 9.2?
I have a 9.4.
9.4. It says the last sale on here is 456. 04/11/23.
Yeah. So you're talking about 4 months ago.
Yeah. And it does say the fair market value of the book is 656 though.
What is this?
So I've got fair market value and last sale side by side. Fair market value says it's 656 on this book.
I need to do the same thing. I'm about to look up, see what they say. They even have FMV. So they have FMV and saying it's 450, which
No, this FMV says it's 656. Who that?
Okay, so I'm more in line with that.
Yeah.
So we'll get out of this one. I'm not gonna stop sharing. I'll just remove
and that's just fair market value. I know it sold last for 450 or something like that, but that's also 4 months ago.
4 months ago, and then when you got other sales that have gone up in a 9.2 and a 9.6, it's kind of like.
And also, I think Howard the Duck got hot recently because I feel like somebody said they're doing something with Howard the Duck. So,
well, he had a decent scene in a Guardians 3 movie.
Yeah.
He had a decent scene. It wasn't like something like super, but he had a more extended scene. And I think he did talk too. So, you said 656, so I'll do 625.
Yeah, that's what the fair market FMV says on it.
Well, I'll do 625 just to be under it. That's what I'll probably price that one at.
Might as well. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty fair, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's another one. It's one of those ones Dustin thought it could have got a 9.6. That's why I'm kind of like, I'm looking at this one. If this one he thought could have got a 9.6, the other one definitely should have been a 9.8. That's why I'm kind of like,
wow.
It's like, the minute defects on the Batman book. This one you can see the defects better.
Like, it's a gamble for someone to buy that Batman book at $4,500 to try and get a 9.8, unless it's a Batman fan, and then it's not a gamble at all. Like that's
Yeah.
you just buy that. Somebody should buy that from you.
But for a person like me who doesn't have 45 into it, I don't even think I have 1,000 into it.
Exactly.
It's the gamble is kind of like I can do the gamble, you know. Yeah. So it's almost I almost wish you can.
It's a worthwhile gamble for someone to buy it off you, though. If they're a Batman fan, it's a very worthwhile gamble. Even if it's not a 9.8, it's still a 9.6, and that's a beautiful grade on that book.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's kind of like I don't know what to do. Let's say it like that. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's I'm so nervous if I send it in and it comes back a 9.4, I'd be pissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be furious, man.
Yeah, because so that's why I kind of don't want to play with it. Unless it came back at 9.6, unless it came back at 9.6 and I could tell they did something to it. You know what I mean? And it could be pressed again.
I don't crack 9.8s even to get them signed. I just don't do it.
Well,
CBC's too inconsistent. They're too inconsistent, man.
Well, I'm gonna show a 9.8 that I cracked and got it signed. That's gonna be coming up soon.
Did it come back in 8?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Did they crack it for you?
Yes, they did.
Okay, different.
Oh, actually, did they crack it for me? They cracked one of them for me. They did crack one of the books for me. The other one, Dustin cracking, was a 9.6 and pressed it for me.
Nice.
So they cracked one of them, and they both came back 9.8.
Because if they're cracking a 9.8, most likely they're gonna send it back as a 9.8. But if you're cracking a 9.8, that's a different story.
Yeah, I hate to say that's what they actually been doing. 1864. I'm trying to look up this other book really quickly. What the hell is the publication? It says DC. It'll be under this, I'm guessing. Hey, when you look up stuff and it's like comes up with 2 different titles, so it's like, which one is it? Which one is it? So the book I'm looking up, just to let people know, I am looking up Brave and the Bold 54.
7.5.
7.5. Really good page quality with off-white to white pages.
I'll look up that on DC. Cover Price. I'll check that on Cover Price for you, just in case.
Yeah, Cover Price is really good when you can't. I think when you can't come to a census on other stuff, you know.
Yeah, I like Cover Price's fair market value, and then I always check eBay sold just to make sure I'm not undercutting myself too much.
Yeah, so and people don't know this is the origin and first appearance of the Teen Titans.
Brave and the Bold. What is that? Sorry,
54.
Okay.
Funny thing is, there's only 2 in the census and a 9.8.
Oh yeah, that you're not getting a 9.8 in that book.
Oh god, golly, dude! If you got a 9.6, it's life changing. Well, to me, it's life changing. But shit, a 9.4 is life changing in my opinion because 9.4, this book is $20,000.
That's insane, eh?
That's crazy. And this came out 9 years before my Batman. So actually, no, it came out less than that. It came out
a 9.6 is $36,000. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Holy shit!
Oh, Chris is here. Let me share my screen. So this is GPA.
Last sale of this sold for $800, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I got too on GPA. Yeah. $800. Actually has green arrows going up.
It literally just sold like 10 days ago.
Yeah.
And it does have green arrows going up. It is a big book that's
and the FMV is the funny thing is the FMV is 800 and it's sold for
the FMV is exactly the same as what it sold for.
That's more than I thought, actually.
Yeah, you were selling that cheap not too long ago.
So we're gonna put that for $7.99.
Yeah, buddy.
$7.99. I was telling Elite Comics because they asked me how many books I had. And I said I got a good bit. I just need to price a lot of stuff. If I don't price them, then I won't have a good bit.
So you price books a lot like I price books. I don't use eBay too much because I find eBay to be too high skew in the high direction.
Yeah.
But I will look at it just in case. But I don't use that as a pricing guide for me. Because when I'm selling at the store, I'm not charging you in what eBay's taking off of me, and I'm not charging you what I'm like shipping and all that stuff. So I can take off, 60, $70 right off the top usually for people.
I can tell you this: if I sell like the Brave and the Bold and maybe like that Howard the Duck and a couple other books, I probably will pull a Batman and not even show it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. If I could, and people who are follow me on IG, I'm sorry. If you are one of those people that might buy from Elite on that day, you might just want to message me and buy it
because, dude, that's such a desirable Batman book. Like, that's a really desirable Batman book, and to have it in such a high grade that possibly should be a 9.8. That's
so. We're gonna look up a tricky book. This is a tricky book because it has 0 sales on GPA.
Okay.
I don't think there's. Matter of fact, I gotta go to CGC. I want to check the census.
Okay.
That's how rare this book could be.
It's interesting that you're doing a pricing stream. I think that's a really good idea to see how people price their books and how it's done.
Then it kind of shows people what I actually do to price stuff, that I don't just pull numbers out of my.
Well, I don't think people understand. When I price 4 new boxes of books, it takes a long time, man.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was telling Elite. Like if it depends on how much I get done for its pricing. It depends on how much I'm selling.
Yeah.
Like I try to tell people all the time what they gotta understand. Like, look, this is not what you think. There's more that goes into it. Please just listen. No one understands.
Nobody understands.
And I'm stuck sitting there making this face.
It's true, bro. It's true. And then they're like, "Oh man, give it to me for $1." I'm like, first of all, fuck you. Second of all,
please let me tell you something. The funniest thing on the world is, like when I was going through that shop, the boxes that shop at the convention, man, it's just like where people are just like, oh, like you can talk them down. It's not. I don't know if I could have talked them people down. Not everybody, but like the one that had like the blade and everything, there was no talking them down. They were firm on everything. Like, nope, everything's just coming as far as it can go. Okay, but the truth is that when it comes to that type of stuff, it is hard because it's an ever changing market, and if you sometimes it's you have a little bit of room, you can work with it, no problem. Other things change as quick as you blink. Oh, this news came out. Shit. All right, hold on. What do you mean it's not popular anymore? They told me yesterday he was the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, I'm really happy that somebody bought a lot of my Darkhawk books when they were pricey, like $15, $10. I'm like, okay, man. I gave him a great deal. Don't get me wrong, but I was like,
that was what during Guardians 2, I think, right? Because he was part of the toys, the Guardians of the Galaxy 2. It must have been like a couple years ago, right?
Well, Darkhawk, the #1 is the most expensive book on the planet. If you have 18 copies, you're going to be a millionaire.
Yeah. I remember he did get a little bit of juice because of people were saying, oh, he's definitely going to be in the movie. You'll see, because when they announced that the Marvel Legends toys that were coming out for the Guardians set, he was one of them, and they were just like, oh, okay, and he had nothing to do with that movie.
No, he's supposed to have his own TV series, isn't he, or some bullshit?
I don't know. I mean, to me, that would be.
Or is that just Josh's comics books? Like, I don't know. Darkhawk's been popular for like 3 years, but really unpopular at the same time. Everybody makes fun of it, but people still want the stupid book.
Well, I mean, I'll say this. Gorgeous character design. Just, I don't know. Like, as far as the story and everything else, it didn't sell well. I know that. There's tons of them because it's a good.
So this is the next book I'm trying to look up.
Jesus.
All right.
That's the second Ahsoka, yeah.
That's the second Ahsoka. It actually has 4 signatures. It's hard to see Rosario Dawson's on the camera, but
Rosario Dawson's on there.
You can see, you can see it. You can see it right there when I do it like that. Yeah, but you can see it. You can see it very clearly in person. What's up, Phil? So it's signed by Rosario Dawson, Ashley Eckstein, Matt Lantern, Matt Lantern, and James Arnold Taylor. people who all had something to do with the Clone Wars TV show or the new TV show / movie that Rosario is going to be into. So the issue I have with this book, this is going to probably be the hardest book, and this is going to have to be a book that I'm just going to price it myself because you're not going to find. You know why?
You're not going to find a 4 times signed book.
You're not going to find any info. So reason why I say that, let's go to when you go to you can see the census. There's 19 graded signed. The problem with that is it doesn't tell you how many signatures.
Yeah. Well, so what's the signed one going for?
The thing is, you can look it up too on cover price. This is the last time a single signed copy, only a single sign, has made it on the market according to GPA was April 2020. And as you can see, everybody who's watching, July one sold a regular 9/8 sold for 260. So this one single copy that's not even relevant. Reason why I say that too because Ashley Eckstein charges $125 for a signature.
Yeah. So what do? You do the 250 plus each signature plus your time and sweat and tears.
Yeah, I guess. That's what. Because if you go to, I went to Go Collect. Go Collect's it's the same thing. Is even worse.
Yeah, I don't think CGC or Cover Price doesn't do signed ones. So.
Yeah, so it's only they have only 39 according to Go Collect, 39 graded in a signature series total. There's 18 total that are signed, but the research I've done for this book, this is a 1 of 2, meaning there's only 2 copies with 4 signatures.
Yeah, there's a guy.
This guy has both of them.
There's a guy at a convention, convention that had it double signed, and I was just like, and I was surprised that he didn't crack it because it was CGC. Surprised he didn't crack it and take it over the Artist Alley, or not the Artist Alley, the celebrity spot, because all the voice actors were there, and then Hayden Christensen was there. The only one that wasn't there was Rosario Dawson.
Oh my God! So could you imagine getting Hayden Christensen on that book?
Wow. The funny thing is, I could have got Hayden Christensen to sign this book, but that's $250. So I did not get Hayden Christensen to sign it because Rosario was 125, Ashley was 125, Matt and James were I think 100 each. I think Matt was 100 and James
so that book's up to $700 with just what it's worth and the 4 signatures.
Yeah, that's just that.
That's just that. That's just.
And I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not selling a 1 or 2 at cost.
No, you're not selling it at cost. That's ridiculous.
No. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, had Rosario Dawson showed up, it would have been 5 signatures. So it's just like, I mean, that's the craziest part about it. It's just like, I mean, the when you look at it, it's just like, okay, so let's say he shows up again, Hayden Christensen, then you just crack it.
He will because he's not doing anything.
He almost have to sell that for like $1,100, I think, too. That.
Well, what's funny is, hold on, Elite Comics 11. We going back and forth. They came up with the $1,200 price tag.
Yeah,
I actually didn't agree with it. The only reason I didn't agree with it because the time it took me to do this, and. The like you literally it wasn't no blood, but it was a lot of damn sweat. And I didn't eat that day. I didn't eat, and I really didn't drink any water because I didn't piss that day because I didn't drink any water. So I stood in lines that whole day. And
don't worry, you'll get old enough soon, and you'll have to piss every fucking half an hour.
Well, what I've learned is if I don't drink anything, I won't have to piss every half an hour.
Fucking annoying as fuck.
That's what I learned from this convention.
The thing is that, like, so if you sell one and then you keep the other one, right, and then he does end up coming back, now you have a 5 times signed one, and then what do you do with that? You know what I mean? So it's just like it's one of those. And then honestly,
do you think 12 is too low?
And then you know what else you do? You look to see if Ewan McGregor is doing a signing, and you get him to sign. Now it's 6 times, and it's just like, okay, it's ridiculous when you think about it. It's like a $5,000 book.
The reason why I think is It's too. Only reason I think it's too low because I'm the one that actually has the gatekeeper of the two that are probably
Well, yeah.
full-time signed.
And it's just, you know,
And my other copy would actually be way more expensive than this one because it has quotes.
so then,
And it came back at 98.
so then, like, the question I have for you is, if that's the case, right, and you're looking at it where, you know, you're the one that's, you know, got the other one. I mean, you really dictated, but then it's just like, if you don't end up selling it, right, and you do end up going ahead and getting it signed, you know, let's say you end up meeting Hayden Christensen and you can get it signed and stuff like that. It only makes it more expensive. So I don't know if that makes it kind of harder to sell.
So it's actually more. And then it's actually more than Hayden Christensen. You can sound like you said. You said Hayden Christensen and who else?
What's it called? Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor, and actually the actor who plays Captain Rex in the show.
Yeah.
The voice, because he's actually been making the rounds, but he hadn't been going as much as these, you know, as the main three. Yeah. But he's been making rounds, and he actually his first appearance, Captain Rex's first appearance, is in issue 1.
Let's be honest.
So I'm guessing he's in issue 2. You know.
And then, isn't that? I don't know if that evil Sith lady's in that. She's probably not in that book, but there was that evil Sith lady at one point during the Clone Wars. So it's just like, you know,
I don't know.
You know, I don't know what her first appearance is, but it's just like, I mean, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, you know, like I just kind of wonder. I mean, it's more, I guess, on you as far as how quickly you're looking to move that, and then I guess.
And the reason why, well, I was going to tell us because Bleecker had said 1,200. He thought it was too low. A reason why I think it's too low. With these sales on through Elite and all these, you know, claim sales, people love to send offers. Yeah. If I start at 1,200, somebody's going to try to offer me like 9.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe like 15 or 16.
So yeah, so I was in the $2,000 range.
Ooh.
That's just my opinion.
Go for it. See what happens.
And somebody will shoot an offer.
Yeah.
On this book, somebody will shoot an offer.
Yeah.
You know, if I started at like 2,000 and somebody says 1,500, then boom. You know, but or I might start actually. If you want to know my price, I have it listed at because I do have it on eBay, and have 2 people watching, which I was hoping somebody would buy it out of those 2. I actually have it listed for $3,900 on eBay, $3,999.
That would come down. But you know, it's funny though.
I just have it there because I have no idea what the price is at.
Yeah, I bet you if you dropped it like with that, I bet you if you dropped it to like 25. They would probably be like, all right, you'd probably see something on that. So I mean, it's kind of a hard thing to look at just because you know it's one of 2, and like you said, you're the gatekeeper, and then whatever price you sell the first one for, that's where I guess
that's where you start. That's where you start at the second one at because the second one actually has quotes. You know, you wouldn't go lower than that because it's actually harder to get a 9.8 with quotes on it. If anybody knows,
I don't know.
You write it more. You know.
I'm not sure if the quote collectors are even more niche group. So that's the only other thing I would kind of you know, be a little bit.
Well, the quote one. The quote one. If I ever did sell, I have no plans on selling the other copy.
Yeah.
At the moment, I actually like Ahsoka. I like the character. I like the Clone Wars stuff. So I have no plans of selling the second copy. Plus, my issue 1 has quotes as well, so they go hand in hand.
You better sell that quick, Hudat. That's kind of
the show. Yeah, the show is like in 2 weeks, huh?
I'm just saying that's the kind of book that people want it, but they're not going to want to pay big bucks for it.
Well, the funny thing is,
right now they'll pay big bucks for it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, they probably would pay big bucks right now. What's up, 90? Look at this guy, man. Man, we do a whole show about this guy, you know, Dark Side of the Hunt, and he pops up.
90's on, hey? Look at this.
90 MF Comics, man. How you doing? So
Has
just
he
in case
watched
people
his
want-
Dark Side of the Hunt 90? Go check
I don't
out
know.
that Dark Side of the Hunt, man.
Definitely go check out the Dark Side of the Hunt 90 on I think Tony has
Callie.
it, but Callie actually has the Dark Side, just the episode.
Yeah, Callie's got him on there.
Yeah, so if anybody in the chat who's watching, maybe K-pop or anybody, if y'all want to drop that link for him, no problem. Or anybody can drop the link if he hasn't seen it. So what I'm gonna do with this book, he said, I appreciate you, Boston Bleeds. Kind of words. he saw it. He saw it. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna price it higher because who's getting Rosario Dawson's signature, especially currently? She's not going to any convention. She's like hardcore, like she's hardcore on the what you call it, the union stuff, yeah, strike stuff. The other three are voice actors, and this is where they make their money, so they're going. They just can't promote the new show. How
did that work out for New York Comic Con this year? Like,
San Diego? San Diego. I heard they just said they didn't have any celebrities. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
I'm really curious. Nobody's talked about it.
Well, it's funny. I did hear one person that I saw, and I forget who, was like, you know, it's kind of refreshing not to have all the celebrities there, because it's like it was about comics more than you know, it was about more about comics than it had been in a long time. So, you know, you have that.
I heard the opposite a little bit. The reason why I heard the opposite, because the people who come for the celebrities, they flooded the floor tape, you know, the regular floor, because they had no celebrities to go see. They had no Hall H to go see. So they all were like around the comic section, you know, all the regular stuff. Yeah. So all those people that would normally be in a whole nother section and you wouldn't see, they were in your section because they didn't have another section. Yeah. That's what some guys told me. It was like they said that's the only thing they kind of.
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess that, like, you know, depends on who was there, because I guess whoever was, and maybe it was somebody that normally goes for all the celebrities that was like, hey, you know what? I got to see comics for the first time in years because I'm always in Hall H.
Well, I to let people know what I'm pricing this at. This is what I'm pricing it at. That doesn't mean I'm firm at that price. Not at all. This is just a start.
That one's a talker. Then is that what you're telling me?
That's just That's just a show. That's actually a show off, because once I send the preview out to Elite, they see this book amongst a few others that are already shown, like the Brave and the Bold and the Batman. Well, Batman, they're going to be asked questions about, but the Brave and the Bold as well. This will be a one that's going to get a lot of questions. The price might turn people off, but at the end of the day, like you said, first you have to have a 9.8. Then you have to meet all four of these. It has to stay a 9.8. It's not an easy task, and you know, it's just a talking point. That price I put on here, just to let YouTube know, it's a talking point. It's not set in stone.
Well, that one's a hard one to price. It really is a very difficult book to price.
The funny thing is, if I had Hayden Christensen on it, $2,900 probably would be correct.
Oh yeah, easy.
You win. It's hard. There are books you come across that are just difficult to price, man. So you just put a price on it,
I'm just putting a price on it because, like we looked up and like you looked up on Cover Price, they haven't had a 9.8 sale signed, one signature, two signature, whatever it is, in 3 years. 3 years. So we know it would be more. Oh, I forgot to show this off. This will kind of give you a kind of like idea on pricing. The reason why I'm going back to this is the last sale of a 9.6 that was double signed was $600, and that was over a year ago.
Yeah, and again, you've got the hype of the movie. You've got 4 signatures on it. Blah blah blah. There's a whole extra layer there. So
yeah, so like if you look at that and you say, all right, the 1,200 would sound right if it was double sign. I would more lean onto like maybe like the 1,700 to 1,500. That's probably, and I'm giving people an idea who might be watching this and be like, might send an offer at the price I put. I mean,
Well,
it's just
I
you know,
was thinking,
yeah.
when it comes to that whole thing that you're saying about keeping it a 9.8, like that is actually one of the most true things you can say, just because not all the not all of the people that sign books know that,
You
oh,
should.
well, I gotta
Does
keep
it
this
say
night,
there's
because
any first
I've
appearances
had
in
people
that book?
pick up
Who
the
that?
book,
What
comic
happened?
book guy.
Are there first appearances in that book?
I like come.
I'd probably have to look at like something like Key Collector. I know it's the second appearance of Ahsoka.
Yeah, I would ask.
In
I would
comics.
ask Spine Tix. I would ask Sith Lordly if there's an actual first appearance in that shit. He knows
Yeah.
his
Well,
Star Wars books
I
really well.
messaged a couple people. The only people I didn't message was Sith. I messaged a guy called Kentucky Keys. He's a big Star Wars guy.
Okay,
He
good.
was like amazed when he saw it.
Yeah.
The 9.8 with the 4 signatures.
Yeah.
He was like, I wish I could help you price it, but he had no idea. He had no
Yeah,
idea how
just
to
see if
price
it's an
it.
actual, because I know Cover Price doesn't always put, or sorry, CGC doesn't always put a key that it is a key, because they don't know necessarily.
Yeah, they're a lot of times hard. So I'll do another older book here. This is one that I would love to upgrade eventually. So that's why I'm kind of like, I'm not no problem letting this one go, because I could use the money for like it'd be a small upgrade. It'd be like a 4.0, 4.5. But it'd be a better presenting book. If anybody
Is he
can
rolling
tell,
in the money? Yeah, he's nice.
rolling in the money. It's Money Lake #1. They have coin purses that they have fishing rods on. The significance of this book is it is Uncle Scrooge #1. This is when Uncle Scrooge, I guess, his series starts. So this is his #1. He appeared earlier, in some other books.
His first solo.
Yeah, so this is 4-color 386. If anybody wants to follow along, 4-color 386. This one might be a little tough to price because of the age, and probably not many come up for sale.
Yeah, it would be difficult.
So I know one person who has this book on Instagram who's actually selling a 4.0, and I think he has it a little bit over 500. So I kind of know where the price of that.
What number was it? Who that?
386.
386. Okay, I put in 356.
And to let people know, this was not pressed and clean. This was not pressed and clean. I just sent it in because I didn't know if a press or clean would help it. And then after thinking about it, a cleaning probably would have helped. Cleaning definitely, because it has pencil writing on it. So.
Oh, dude, that's a heavy book you got there, buddy.
I know.
That is the most.
You don't see it. You don't see it for sale often either.
Well, the most common raw is like $300 for like a not a very excellent grade.
There's no sales in the last 30 days. I'll see that on Go Collect.
7/17, 23, 580 for a 4.5.
How much you said?
580.
Oh, 580. All right.
It actually fair market value is 580, and it's sold for 580.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When you got to look at GPA and you look at Go Collect.
Yeah,
it's not even. They're saying an eBay sale, but that when I looked on eBay, that sale is not there. So I don't think that sale actually went through. If anybody knows,
perhaps. So that was what, July 17th, I guess. It says
you see, the eBay sale says actually June 9th. So that's why I said I don't. Something doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
So and all the other sales are around 4 to 3, like 350 to 400 on Go Collect, and the same thing on GPA. So what did you say? 5 what?
580.
580. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to make a new price sticker. I had one already. I'm actually going to keep it at that price at 450.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair.
And that gives people a little negotiating. That gives me a little room. I got this book years ago before the boom. 90 says, what number is that? Is Kanan, right? No, I didn't have a Kanan. That was Star Wars Clone Wars #2.
Yeah, 90. I can't wait for Ahsoka either, man. Ahsoka looks like it's going to be awesome.
You know what? I'm actually more excited for now. And like we haven't even seen the Ahsoka show.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the movie with Ahsoka, Mando.
God. Oh my God.
That's what I'm excited for. And we haven't even seen the Ahsoka show.
Well, we saw just her like cameo and like her one episode appearance that she did in The Mandalorian was absolutely amazing, man. So I'm looking forward to it. I think she's a wicked actress, or actor. Sorry.
So this is the one I'm at. This is what I'm pricing it at. 450.
450. Last sale was what? What did I say? 480?
No, you said 5 something. You said 580.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you said 580.
Good job.
So, all right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. 6 left, and they're actually 3 and 3. 3 moderns and 3 older books. We'll try to save. I'll do these 2 moderns first. So one of these moderns is actually very expensive. So I'll do these 2 moderns first. One of them I don't want to sell because I want to just upgrade it because of the characters I collect. But yeah, I'll do this one. This one it might be tough. I'd rather, and the reason why I'm letting this, anybody who knows variants or knows rare books, this is a hard book to come by, however, to get. This is Silk #1, the Stacey Lee variant. I believe it's the 1 in 50.
Okay.
It came out in 2015. The reason why I'm like, I'd rather sell this is because I can use this money and actually get her first appearance and get the ratio first appearance. So you see where I'm going with that? I can get her ratio first appearance and get rid of just a cover buy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the idea of this Silk. If anybody knows JP, I think it's JP Budget Collecting. He really loves this book, loves the character, and a whole bunch of other female characters as well. And he finally got one. I actually had mine like a while, like before he got his. I just never showed it off. I don't even think I showed it off on the hunt, even though it's like a dope, really nice cover. Let's see if I can find any info on it. We'll go to GPA first. Silk #1. These are one of these like these when these variants come out like this, they're just like the older books, man. They don't have much sales, and you gotta just.
Well, not a lot of people are selling their variants.
Yeah,
9.8 variants.
Yeah, and then when they sell it, they sell the raws for more. That's what I really need to look at.
I hate it, bro. I hate it. I can't stand when people do that. Drives me crazy.
I know the pricing of this book I'm not going to agree with, so I'm probably going to have to just go to eBay and probably just go under the raw sale prices.
What is the book?
It's just Silk #1 from 2015. It's the Lee variant, Stacey Lee variant. I don't know the. Let's see. There actually is a good bit on the census, surprisingly. All right, so let's go to pull this up so you guys can see. I don't know what happened to Chris. He must have got
disconnected.
He must have. So it says the FMV is 240. Does Cover Price do raw prices?
Yeah.
I would love to know this for this book.
Okay, what's the name of the book again?
It's the Silk #1, 2015.
Okay.
2015.
Give me a second.
No problem. And then you go to Silk #1 on GPA. We've only had 2 sales, and which is 233 and 211. Like I said, Go Collect actually has the FMV at 240. And what I've been noticing, Go Collect and Cover Price are kind of close on the FMVs sometimes.
All right.
But like I said, I'm very curious to know the raw prices of this book.
Yeah, I just gotta find the right variant.
But it's the name of it is called the Lee variant on the slab. Lee variant. Stacy Lee did the cover.
It's just her hanging upside down, yeah.
Yeah, it's just her hanging upside down. I'm gonna go to eBay as well just to see if I can even find one. I probably can find one, but let's see, Lee variants.
All right, there it is. The raw is going for $107.
Okay.
That's just fair market value. That's just regular fair market value. 9.8 says most common slab 9.8 $211.
Yeah, I had that too, and I had that, and then they said the FMV was 240.
It just says 211 here for FMV. It's probably because there's just not enough sales.
Yeah, it's not enough. I'm looking at eBay to see how I could price it. The cheapest raw book on there is actually $129, so $130.
Used to be $575 back in March 2021.
Yeah. Yeah. Used to be
Those were the days.
Those were the good old days. Those was when people were buying books with crack. So you said 211. I saw 240. The raws was like 110 or something like that.
Yeah.
Cheapest raw one I saw on eBay was 130. So this is actually one of those books I always tell people, is like, you might as well buy it in a 9.8. Don't spend $130.
You may as well, honestly.
Don't spend $130 for it raw. Get it slab. Just buy a slab. I think if I remember correctly, I got a good deal on it. I'm gonna price it a little bit higher than the FMV, but it's still gonna be the cheapest one on the market. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, man.
It's the cheapest one on the market in the 90s. It's actually $305 at my kind of shop with $6 shipping, but you got to pay taxes and everything else on eBay. So I'm gonna still go under that. Still gonna go under the $305, even though I could match the $305 and it still be cheaper.
Chris's computer had to be restarted, so he.
That's what happened. So I'm actually gonna price mine at. I'm gonna do it $285. $285. Still the cheapest one on the market on the planet. Actually, I might go a little bit lower. I might go to $275. What do you think? 275. I say 275.
Yeah, I'd say 275. Take 250 for it. Take
240. Take whatever.
Take 240. Yeah.
It's a hard one because that's like you said, one of those ones that if you're buying it, buy it already in a 9.8.
Yeah, you may as well because it's selling for $100 and it's $120, $125.
Yeah, you gotta pay over $100 for it.
Yeah,
and it's not guaranteed to be a 9.8.
Yeah, in fact, most likely it won't be a 9.8 if they're trying to sell a 1 in 25 raw. Yeah, just saying, people.
Yeah, so you're paying $100. You're paying basically like $125 to $140 because with the shipping and tax.
Yeah.
For a raw copy, then you could just pay $200 extra $100 and already get a 9.8.
Already get a 9.8. Bam, it's done. It is a key comic.
Is it her first solo series?
Is that all the key? It's just sort of one of those first solo thingies.
I think so. Because it's 2015, so it has to be. Actually, let's see when her first appearance was. If her first appearance was a year before, then it's definitely her first. And if anybody in the chat knows, it helps us see.
It's not showing up as a key on this thing, but still, Jesus, the Dave Johnson Comics Pro is going for $399. Fuck's sake.
Actually, it is her first. I just looked it up on Key Collector. It's her first solo title.
The Dave Johnson cover goes for $422 and a 9.8. 491 is the most common sale. That's insane.
And it's the first appearance of Hector Chavez. Is later becomes Spectro. So it actually has the first appearance in it.
That
has the first appearance
bro.
in it. But like you said, that Dave Johnson one, which I've seen before.
Yeah.
I've seen the Dave Johnson one, the Comics Pro one.
Yeah.
I've seen it before, and I probably should have bought it when I saw it so cheap. But you don't think of that type of stuff when you. I gotta go stir the beans. I'll be right back. Cooking some red beans, man. Cooking some red beans.
All right. So I'll keep your thousands of fans entertained. Are you not entertained? Boom. Just got off work. I have to look through some comics tonight, but instead I hopped on Who Dat stream because I'm a stream whore. Like all of you. You know who you are. I gotta eat something still. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Do I want to cook? I got pizza. Maybe I'll cook a pizza. That sounds pretty delicious. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as they say. Yeah, there's been number ones, and everything's a key comic nowadays. It's actually sort of ridiculous, especially if you follow Key Collector. If you do like new comic book day bullshit, it's like, this is the first time this guy ever used the color red. It's fucking key. It's a fucking key, I tell ya. Gotta get it. Sort of ridiculous. Who Dat stirred beads? Chris. I don't know what the fuck happened to Chris. His computer's on the fritz. It's just me. It's just me, all alone. Smoking in my stairwell. If it was my stream, I'd be able to have the power and invite more people on so I wouldn't feel so lonely. But whatever. That's okay. So yeah, man, it takes a lot to price books. This is how I price books as well. Fair market value for most books. I just use cover price, but there are certain books that you got to look up in multiple areas because it's annoying, but it is what it is. I price all my books so I don't have to price them at the counter when people walk up. I can give people deals when they walk up to the counter that way. It makes it a little better, in my opinion, anyway. How's the chat doing tonight? Your cat's all right? 90. You watched all the Clone Wars. You really think that that's where it's going to start, is where the Rebels left off? That's interesting. I'm going to have to check it out, that's for sure. Fine, dumb. I'm not sure what you're finding and dumbing. Otherwise, I would help out. Who Dat's cooking tonight? I wonder what's going on. I'm gonna have to ask Who Dat if he's the regular cook in his household, or if it's his wife. Strictly Comics just popped up. What are they doing? Oh, 3 more days to the weekend. I already can't wait till the fucking weekend. Tells you how my week's going. My work's a little weird. I'm back. Well, Boston, I can't let you in because I don't have the power, bro. If I had the power, I'd be like, come on in, Boston. Bam, just like that. Boom. There you have it. Oh, you guys got to watch The Hunt this week coming up. I'm fighting Cali Comics. The Fiend versus Bleak Sting. So everybody's got to come vote for me if you want. It should be a good match. Cali's a good dude. He's a good fighter, but let's be honest, I'm way better. I know. It sucks. I hate being powerless. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We're pricing comic books. I'm not sure how many comics Houdat has left to price. But, you know, that's what we're up to, man. I should probably be pricing comic books, too, at the same time, because I also have to price a fucking mountain of comic books. Jesus. Better bring the full stinger. I will, K-pop. I will. Stinger on patrol. Gotta beat that no good Fiend trying to take over the Hunt with McSands. Fuck those two, man. We don't let that shit happen. We fight for truth and justice, baby. We want the Hunt to be, you know, we want matches to be fair. We want counts to be fair. All right. Nick is definitely, he cost you your spot in the heavyweight title championship. You could have won that, dude. You better beat Nick up. You better beat him up, Boston. Backstage, I would remember that. I should have helped you out. Sorry, man. I was too busy fighting Tone that night, I think. Or something. I don't know what I was doing. So yeah, the Hunt's going to be fucking awesome this week. Should be some great matches. Check that out for sure. You're always ready, Boston. You got a great collection, bro. Always very impressed with your books.
Sorry for the delay. I don't normally cook red beans.
All right.
All right, I'm back. I got Chris at it. I text the wife. I think I messed up the red beans.
You messed up the red beans? Oh, you can't mess up red beans, bro.
No.
I think I should say I messed them up. It kind of got a little stuck at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, you messed them up. Yeah, take them out of that pan right now. Take them out of that pot.
See?
Put them in a different pot.
You did what you did is what happened. See, those beans were a 9.8 before you put them in the pan and started doing like this, like some comic creators will do. They'll take your book and go, oh well, let's take a look at this thing. It's like, please stop that. Or they roll back the cover and they're like, oh yeah, let me just roll back a bunch of pages and take a look at the, and they start waving your book around. Yeah, you see this thing? I'm like, if you don't stop, I'm gonna have to break all your fingers. Stop now.
I'm with you, Chris. I'm fucking with you, Boston. That's terrifying.
Well, because what do they care? They're just like, yeah, I worked on this thing. I mean,
Never mind. Remy Q and fucking Whack Comics, those guys. Fuck, Jesus.
I did know a guy.
They give me fucking heart palpitations when they open boxes with, I don't know, fucking chainsaws and Whack Comics is me.
I remember
destroying a comic every time on his show. Someone has to wreck a comic.
There was a guy that used to go to my shop, and he probably still does. He got his book, and then he's sitting there and be like, all right, and he would, get a couple of books, and anytime it was like, oh, he's like, you want a bag for that? Nah, it's all good. Put it right in his back. He fold it in half, throw it right in his back pocket, and just walk out the door. I'm like, God damn, dude.
Is that the first American Chavez?
Yes, it is.
But that's a variant cover of some sort.
That's the variant. That's the one in, I believe, 10. But this is actually the one that actually has held its value.
I actually looked at buying that book, but the A cover when I was at my last con.
Yeah, this one actually held the this is a Mike Deodato Jr. cover.
I see you. Go ahead. Go, Skitzo.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
So this is the Mike Deodato cover. It's actually, like I said, it's actually held its value
Keep going.
pretty well
Oh, yeah.
compared to the cover A, because the cover A, cover A was $800 at one point. Now it's like what, $300.
Well, yeah, it's got the cinema thing on. Like usually when you go on Cover Price, it'll have like diamonds and keys and cinema things. The cinema thing is on this one, so it's very it's not an easy kind. It's raw. It's $455, bud.
Oh, really?
You want to see a book that's stupid, and I think it's a 1 in 25. But if you can find it, you are a better person than I am.
Is that a 9.8? Who that?
A 9.6. 9.6.
Well, man,
If you can find Young Allies #6, the Adams variant, that book is it's very hard to find, and it's very expensive.
So this is Go Collect. Go Collect has the FMV at 650. Average year sales of 663. In the 90 days, 550, 520 something. And you said like the raw is like with 4 something.
Yeah. This one, fair market value is saying 564, but the one underneath it, which is a 9.4, says 683. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I kind of like the FMV for Go Collect.
Yeah.
GP, I wish they did a 90-day FMV. They kind of just give you what they think. So they've only had 3 sales in the last 30 days on GPA. Average is 556.
Yeah.
But they've had 480, 625, 564, and then in April 800, and in January was 995.
Yeah, 564 is the one I have on mine.
So yeah, and they have a 625 that happened. So,
but the 9.4 went at 680, 600 January.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I don't know, man. That's a weird book to price.
It's a hard book to price, but this is the one. If anybody gets them, this is the one they want.
Everything's off the board here on Cover Price. Like the 9.0 says 370, but the 7.0 says 405. The 9.4 says 683. The 9.2 says 635, and the 9.6 says 564. Like that just makes. It's all
to tell you one thing about this book. This is a book that is probably won't. If I sell it for the 650 with this, that's what the FMV they have it for on Go Collect. I'll put it at 650.
That's what I would put on it. I'd put 650 on that, buddy.
I don't want to sell it because I looked this book over and over, and I looked it over again. Yeah, nothing's wrong with this book. When I say nothing is wrong. Like you don't see a little spine tick that's a spine tick that doesn't break color. You know what I mean?
Well, 9.8s are going for over 1,000.
So my mind is to let Dustin look it over.
Yeah.
And he'll have that good lighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're up to.
And maybe just send it in to get it and let him press it because he didn't press this one. Just to let people know, Dustin didn't press this one. This is I let somebody else press this one, and who knows if they really pressed it. I'm just being honest. Just being honest. And I've always said I've seen worse 9.8s. And this one has no flaws. Sharp corners. The corners are sharp. So I'm gonna price it at 650 in my mind to get an upgrade, but I don't want to sell it because I think Dustin, like he did with my 9.6 Clone Wars, I think he can work magic on this one and turn this into an
extra $500.
Yeah. I mean, because this is actually a PC book. I collect female first appearances, female keys.
Yeah.
So this is one that if I run out of books and stuff are selling on Elite, I'll pull this one out We're like, hey, since everything else has been successful, yeah, who wants to buy
There
this
you
one? So
go.
I can go to eBay and upgrade this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, baby.
You know, and just get this buy to 9.8, even though I might spend like $1,000. You know, but that's how I kind of feel about this one. This is like might not make the show, but will make the show if I run out of freaking books. That's how I kind of pulled that one. And I got more books that I'm thinking about selling. So but here's an oldie but goodie. Here's an oldie but goodie.
Ooh,
We got
nice.
this is another one that I want to upgrade because I was sold a lemon. That's what I like to call it. Because the guy who sold it to me said it was a 7.75. Obviously, it's not. I should have looked it over closely myself before I sent it in because it had other issues. Look, it had a chip at the bottom. It has a small chip at the top. The chip at the
You
top.
know, some people just look at the front cover when they're going, it should be a 7. Well, you gotta look at the back, boys.
Yeah. Well, the front, everybody, the front is a 7.5.
Yeah, there you go.
The front is a 7.5. So we're gonna hope to sell. This will be, I think, a good book people will sell because they got the show coming back. Loki. They say Enchantress was the female Loki. Okay, you know.
I'm looking forward to. I liked Loki, man, so I'm looking forward to the next one. I like the what's his name in it too? The blonde guy. Fuck the actor there. He was good.
The one with the
Owen was really good.
Owen Wilson.
So. Yeah, how is he's been in Hollywood for a long. How is he not getting that nose fixed? That's my question to him.
Well, the thing with Owen Wilson, and we people don't remember this, but he actually, and to touch on a subject that a lot of people don't talk about, he actually tried to commit suicide.
Yeah, because Kate Hudson nothing.
Yeah, so I'm happy he's doing well, and he's found some happiness.
Did he really try to commit suicide?
Yes. Yeah, when she left him. Wow. When she left him, he really had a problem. He just got really. Well, I shouldn't say he had a problem. He got very, very, very upset, and
very depressed. Very depressed.
Yeah. So he, ended up trying to commit suicide.
He took sleeping pills or something, right?
Yeah, and he was. I want to say he was in the midst of making those cop movies. So he was financially and everything. He was in a great spot. Like he was doing really, really well, and then that happened, and he got really just upset. So.
I just realized I was looking at GPA and I kind of went too far down. This is a 5.0. All right, so this Go Collect will probably be the one to look at for this one. Actually, Go Collect has it a lot higher than I actually was selling it for. It really does, because they have the average at 424, 90-day average at 470, and the FMV at 475. That's why I say I like. And people wonder why I use GPA and Go Collect, and then I know people who have cover price and other stuff, because you can't just go up by one because you have issues. So this one had a sale June 14th for $660, and then it had one for $280. At $280, I think it's an outlier. So I'm actually going to stick to the FMV for this one, but I'm actually going to go cheaper than the FMV. I'm going to go cheaper. I'm going to just go $450. Because the FMV has it at $475. The 90-day average is $470. And I'm going to go a little cheaper than all of that and go $450. I actually got some money back on this book since it came back such a lower grade. So This will be a good book to possibly maybe get a 6.0. So this is the price I'm going to have it at. Oh, actually hit mute on so
yeah, mad as hell.
Macedon said, "What time is the hunt?" Did y'all answer that
already? It's 11:15/11:30 ish on Fridays.
Yeah, every other Friday. So it's going to be coming on this Friday. I won't be there this Friday because of the sale with the League Comics 11. I tried to get an earlier slot, but there was none available. So So Dustin trying to get us to do to do a tag match 3 shows in a row is not going to be accomplished for him. for a belt that people said we didn't defend a lot, we actually defended it in the last 2 months.
All right. Listen to
And
this.
then
guy.
we're gonna defend it.
Defends a belt twice, and he's all fucking high and mighty.
And then we're gonna defend it, not this current one, but the next show. That was already planned.
That one's a planned one.
Yeah. So the pop-up tag thing. Actually, the pop-up tag thing, we should make that pop-up tag go against the people who challenge us. If you really want, that's what, if you can get through that group, which I kind of the group that I know who's going to challenge us, kind of consider them an elite group. If Dustin really wants to test his chops, he would challenge that group first. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion.
Man. You know what he wants, and he gets what he wants.
Yep. And you might get a loss if he challenges that group that's challenging us. That's all
Hey, I ain't talking about Dustin. I'm talking about my partner. He's a scary guy.
Let me go check these beans really quick. I'll be right back. I got 3 books left. 3 books left.
3 books left.
Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Fine.
Boston, what are you doing? How you doing? Everything good with you?
Yeah, for now.
For now.
We'll see what happens, though. Let's see.
That sounded really ominous, man. For now, everything's good with me. We'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, you don't want to sit there and say that everything's wonderful and all of a sudden say, uh-oh.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
My boss is saying, how come you sit there and say it like this? Because, shit, what happens if, this happens? Well, you can't think like that. Well, guess what? Reality doesn't want us today. Reality don't give a fuck about what you think.
So you're a glass half empty kind of fella, is what you're telling me.
It just depends on what's going on. Like, that's why like people drive me like, was it my one of my bosses back in the day? How you doing, Chris? Doing all right. Just all right? Yeah, just all right. The fuck is your problem? It's just like, take it easy. Like, I don't understand. What, you want me to do backflips in this place? Like,
have you been hanging out with Comic Journey?
No. It's just like, no. It's just like one of those things where like, it was just an old boss of mine who, and the job I had at the time was terrible. Like, just all right? Yeah, I'm all right. I said, I was like, I don't get all expressive like, you might be like, oh, I'm wonderful. I don't give a fuck about that. I said, if I say I'm all right, I'm fine. I said,
fair.
If I say I'm not good, then then that's a different story. But
when people ask me that shit at work, I'm like, listen, I'm at work, bro. What do you want me to do? I get it. You want me to do fucking backflips around the parking lot here? I'm fucking at work.
They're all like, oh, what do you mean? Not this. Like, look, just
everything's fine.
You asked a question, I answered it. That's all.
Yeah. Am I eating steak? Am I eating steak every night? No, motherfucker.
Yeah. Like what? I just don't understand. Like, well,
I got you, bro. I got you.
This is what I said. Like and it's funny because they'd be like, well, I just asking a question. Like, I just answered you. Like, it wasn't like I didn't say anything mean to you. I just said, yeah, I'm all right. Like, that's all. And oh, okay. Well.
So are you looking forward to beating up Nick? Is that what the deal is?
I mean, how can you not when it comes to that whole fiasco of me not winning the world title? Like, of course.
That's fair. You have a fair argument. I agree.
I mean, I'm definitely ready for him. So it's just like, it's just one of those things where I'm so calm when it comes down to it, just because I know what I have. Okay. I honestly am not worried about what he has.
All right. I am always worried, and I'm always afraid I'm going to get beat up. So. Oh
no. I'm not worried at all. Like,
I know the last match I had with Tony, I wasn't really that worried.
I know what I have, and it. Like, I just look at it like this. Like, I am the one who is coming for him. Which the first couple matches we had, you know what I mean. Like he was coming after me. It's just like, no, I'm coming after you this time. So you need to be ready, because if you're not, it's gonna get real sad real quick.
That's fair, man. I feel like Callie has too many personalities. He's been ripping people off on the hunt. He's been jumping into matches that he doesn't have any part in. So he's got to get taught a lesson. He's got to get taught a lesson by one of the boys. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna give him a crushing.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you got to do. I just know that I don't think that as far as jumping into matches, that he jumped into one match, just one, and then all of a sudden he's jumping into matches.
One's too many. One's too many. One's too many.
Stop it! One's too many. Really? Okay.
Listen to you complaining about getting jumped backstage. Quit your crying.
Look, it is what it is. I just look at it like this. It's like, he didn't really jump nobody. He just showed up. Just like and this is what I say when it comes to that. Like there's never a time. Well, at least not now. I'll say like this much. I can understand kind of being like, all right, I wasn't expecting this. I don't know what to do, but that doesn't happen to me right now. I'll tell you right now, if someone tries to unexpectedly come at me, it's just like, okay. I would not be like, oh no. I'd be like, okay, let's go. So I got stuff for days right now.
I like it. I like the confidence, man.
So in a couple of months, it might be a different story, but for right now, it's just like,
all right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm actually pulling another book. Just in case book.
I get books that I got books that are on the basically I got books that are getting graded now that are so that's why I say I got more stuff, and then the end of the year into the beginning of next year I'll probably have more stuff because I'm going to another convention later on the end of the year, and there's gonna be some things that get signed and slabbed, and it's gonna be fun.
3.5 on that bad boy.
Yep, fantastic.
Was it? No, you said 3.5, right?
Yeah.
I
said 8.5. I was about to say, oh shit.
Yeah.
Let's say 8.5.
That would be something. Hudat we'll never see Hudat again. He just won the lottery.
I hope I do win the lottery because I did buy a couple of those $1 billion Powerballs.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't. I forgot to. But that's the way with everything. Like people are like, oh, we're giving away XYZ slab or XYZ this. I always forget to enter. So who knows how many entries and giveaways I could have had, and I just never entered into.
So I paid. Full disclosure, I paid $2,600 for this book. Ooh. This is actually before the comic boom, just to let people know. This is before, so I didn't pay in the middle of the comic boom for this, and I know it has dipped a lot, which makes no sense. Because it's an FF2. It's the second appearance. First scrolls. It's a lot going on with this book.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I don't understand that at all. I think that people that I think is so when you have the peaks and valleys that happen, when it comes to speculation and collecting and everything, I think people get too into being like, okay, that book's a perfect example of a book that shouldn't dip. It's the second appearance of the Fantastic Four, first appearance of the Skrulls, but because people may or may not have liked the show, well, it's gonna dip now. It's like you're out of your fucking mind. How do you?
It shouldn't dip at all just because of the first appearance of second appearance of FF.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like look at other second appearances of books that have nothing.
They haven't had a sale in this book in a year. Almost a year, because the last sale was November of 2022, and that one had cream to off-white pages, and it sold for $21.75. This one has off-white to white pages, and the only one that has off-white to white pages sold on eBay for $3,050.
Yeah.
So
and that was what you said a year ago.
So they're both a year ago prices. Fair market value, which I don't agree with because every sale is above it, is $1,800.
Oh, no,
$1,800. That's why I said that the fair market value for this and cover price, and it's hit or miss. Hit or miss. It either hit it's on the point, or it's like this one a miss, because every sale, if you look at every sale, none of them have gotten to $1,000. like
that's
1800 range.
It just doesn't make any sense. That like if I could appeal to people watching or any of that type of stuff, it's just like, look,
This is
you
GPA.
gotta stop with that nonsense. Just because when you look at a book like that, like regardless of if it was in a show, you didn't like the show, whatever it is, this is the second appearance of the Fantastic Four. That supersedes your opinion of the fucking show. Like that's a big.
Did they
book.
have any information? I know Bleakers here. Did they have information of?
It says a 3.5 fair market value is $2,250. Last one sold on 22 June 11th. It looks like.
So they actually have a sale that's not even on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. They have the June. When is it? June 11th. They don't have the June 11th sale on there. They don't. The earliest sale is the November.
Yeah, and that was $2,200. They say the fair market value is $222,250.
But see, their FMV is more realistic than Go Collect.
Yeah, it's a lot more realistic.
Because Go Collect is at 1,800, and you haven't had a under $2,000 sale ever on this book.
Well, and then if I went into this whole the thing last sales stuff, like I can get a lot more in depth with sales data on cover price.
So yeah, GPA's harder. Just to let you guys, GPA's harder. The low sale is $2,175. The high sale was $3,051, and that's in the year of 2022 that it sold. And guess that high sale it wasn't like the early on in 2022. That was in the middle of the year. Yeah. So that that's not a bad to me, because it was a sale of $3,000 before it. Well, actually, all the sales up until that 30/50, it was $2,900, $2,950. Then you had they put an underline to make it like I guess to make it was an auction or something. It was $25.20. This is a GPA. I'm telling people. Then he had $3,051. So I'm saying,
wow, the 3.5 sold for $3,000, literally like a couple months before that $2,100 sale.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm looking at this one. I'm just looking at eBay right now, and it's just like, prices are kind of weird, but like, just there's no 3.5s, but the most recent sale that I am able to see is today. It looks like for a 2.0 sold for best offer, but the original price was $1,375. So it's just like, I
probably sold for $1,300, maybe $1,250.
Yeah, and then there was another let's see, there was a 6.5, but it was restored, that sold for $26.99.99. So it's just like, it's really kind of a weird and hard book to look at. And then when I'm looking at the listings for it, there's no 3.5s that I can see. There's like somebody's trying to sell it's a 2.5 that has 34 bids with 5 days left at $730. There's 2.5 that is $22.50 or best offer.
And that's a 2.5, and that's on eBay, right?
Yeah, and there's a 4.0 that's that's almost $6,000, but it's signed by Stan Lee. So it's just like, it's a weird spot that book is in.
It's definitely a weird spot, price point. I would say $3,000 is pretty accurate.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I don't think that that's a wrong thing to put it at, and really, the fact that it's not, the fact that if anybody is going to look at it and say, well, the value went down because it can't. I'm sorry. As much as, and I'm not saying that because it's Who Dat's book. I'm saying that just in general. Like, it's just like, it's the second appearance of the Fantastic Four.
Ebbs and flows happen, but that book it's a blue chip book, man. That's not going to go down.
Absolutely. And the only reason why it went down is I guarantee you the reason it went down is because what's it called?
The fucking TV show was sort of shit.
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, so then, and I know for me, because I can't afford that book. I mean, and in general, for me, like if I was to get a scroll book, like a big scroll book, it would be the Super Scroll. I love
We
the
priced
Super
your book
Scroll
at
is amazing.
$3,000. Who that?
Yeah,
I was about to ask you what the consensus was.
Yeah,
well, I went on
Chris
eBay
and I
was
said
thinking about it.
$3,000. So that's.
But
what
that's what I would
priced
put it at, and I was just saying that like there's no reason for that book to like it's not a book that should ever really go down per se, just because it's a it's a second appearance. Just because you didn't like a show doesn't mean anything. If
Nice.
you want to go with it, that's what I would
Have
say.
you ever pressed that book?
No, this came from original owner.
See, that it has a chance to go up, and with a press, that's not a bad.
Absolutely.
That's good.
So we're gonna do just 2 more books, and I'll probably show you guys. Well, I'll show you one that I'm thinking about. We're not gonna price this live.
Fantastic.
This is, we're not gonna price that live. This is one I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys
so
got
let's
some
just-
fucking big
You know
boy
what's gonna
books
happen?
over there.
let's
You know
do this
exactly
one.
what's gonna happen with those. They're
Let's do
gonna
this
try to
one.
bundle all those together.
That's
This is
pretty pricey.
Punisher 218.
Yeah, that's a pricey book for some reason.
Well, it's a rare variant, hard to get.
Netflix variant.
Yeah, Netflix variant.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Did
it's
Mr.
the
Netflix sign that? Did Mr. Netflix sign that book?
Yes, he did. And
That's
it's what I want to say. He dons the War Machine armor.
Yeah.
Dude, I would almost save that till he gets put back in the MCU. He's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
not a bad idea.
we could look it up, and they don't have a lot of data on it because this one actually signed and sketch. When I
Is
looked
it just
it up,
Punisher 282 or whatever it was?
the 118.
118. All right.
Trying to
I'll
see if
look
I can
it up.
find I'm trying to see if I can find it on GPA. So, let's see, Punisher. I know I looked it up on GPA. I remember what the sales were, but we might.
That's a tough one now.
All right, so let's go to the screen. Let's show you guys what I'm looking at. So this is a signed and sketch, and he actually wrote Punisher on it as well. So the two sales data I'll show you that's on GPA. They've had 2 sales of this book in the last year. One was in August, but that was just signed by John Berthal. That sold for $1,554.
Did you say 118? Who that?
218. I'm sorry.
218. Okay. All right. That makes
218. So that one sold in August of last year. The more recent one was December of last year. That one was signed and remarked. What this one is signed and sketch, which is a remark. It sold for $1,776. So it's only had 2 sales in the last year. Less than a year, I would say. Less than a year.
Yeah, just a regular 9.8 goes for $607, man.
Yeah.
So that's not signed, so.
Yeah, so we go to 9.8,
and that
15.
was in what, June 25th. That sold for $607 with not signed.
Well, the most recent one, for the not signed one, So the recent sale is actually, it says 1538 was the last sale on Go Collect.
Yeah,
like I said, but that I don't know. See, Go Collect just shows signatures, so I don't know if it shows signature and sketch.
No, they don't show signatures here, so I'm guessing the 607 wasn't signed or sketched.
Yeah, so that was just a regular. That was just a. Yeah, that's wild. So I'm guessing I'm gonna do it at the 1,500 range.
Yeah, with the signature and the sketch, his signature especially.
Yeah, his signature, his sketch, and him putting Punisher on it.
Yeah, donning the War Machine armor.
Yeah. So he put, like I said, he put Punisher. He got the sketch, and he put his signature.
So let's look at it like this now, because now again, there weren't any sales of 9.8 on eBay. signed. There were 9.6s and there was 9.4s. But right now there's let's see what we got. We got 2.
I got mine's listed on there, so
3. Okay. Well,
mine's at 6. Mine's the cheapest one, I think, 16 something.
Okay, I was gonna say because there's that one, and then there's the other one at $19.99. But that one's only just signed. I mean, it doesn't say sketch in the thing, but it's just signed. And there's, there's another one that's from England. That's
it's a
little more expensive.
Well, I'm gonna price it at $1,500. I'm pricing it at $1,500.
Okay.
I'll tell you offline what I have really invested into this book, but
Yeah.
I think that's more than fair when you look at it being signed, sketch, and like I said, he wrote Punisher. Other ones that we have data on only has a signature or just sketch, which the signature and sketch sold for $1,700, but it doesn't have Punisher written. So, I think $1,500 actually is fair on that one. I mean, honestly, how some of these claims go, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody claimed it immediately on Elite, and then I feel crazy because I feel like I underpriced it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done that before. I put a book up there and be like, this price, and I have like the price comes up like 3 times. I'm like,
I wouldn't necessarily look at it that way, just because you got to think about it too. It's just like, maybe it's something that somebody really wanted and they just see it as it's right there. You've done all the hard work for them. Like, they don't have to go and get Barenthal's signature. It's already graded. So it's just like, taking it down.
So this is the last one. This is the last book I'm gonna do because I have to get off of here and help my daughter get stuff set up for school. So this is FF6. FF6. It's a 7.0. 7.0. 7.0. Actually, I see some good data on this. Wow. All right. I'll show the peoples. And fantastic. Actually, you know what? Let me just go back. It should pull up the Fantastic Four 2. Then I can just type in Fantastic Four 2. Let's put 6. All right, that's easy. All right, so do this one really quickly, peeps. Appreciate everybody hanging through watching. We'll just be offline after. So this is FF6, 7.0 off-white to white pages. GPA on this book, 7.5 sold for $3,400, and 7.0 was $3,197. That's actually more than I was pricing mine at. I had it at $3,175. Let's look at Go Collect. Go Collect. I guess they don't have that most recent sale. They have a $2,800 sale. But like I said, GPA actually has the last sale at $3,193. So I'm actually going to keep it at this price. The price I have it at is $3,175. $3,175, which I think is more than fair for a high grade double key or triple key, if you want to say, because it's the first appearance of Bleeker's back. It's the first appearance, first Marvel villain team up. Second appearance of Doctor Doom and second appearance of Silver Age Submariner. So I priced this one, Bleak. I don't.
We got $6,000 on that thing.
No, I actually priced it at $3,175.
Second appearance of Doctor Doom, $3,175.
And a 7.0. The reason why I priced it like that, I looked at GPA. I don't know if you saw it. I'll pull it up real quick. But GPA had it at the last sale at $3,193.
Okay.
Cover price, not cover price. Go Collect doesn't have that sale, which I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have a sale that's not even. So they have a sale at $2,877 from last month.
Okay.
But the problem with this sale is GPA gets all the eBay sales and like Heritage and a couple of them. So I don't know if this sale is real because it's not on GPA. It would be on GPA. It's not on there. So that's the data I have on this book, and I'm just gonna leave it at $31.75.
I like it.
You know, it's a little bit less than GPA, and it's a little bit more than Go Collect. But I think it's in all, when you look at the data of both of those, I think it's fair. So that was the last big book.
Yeah.
Last big book that I'm priced.
I got
I'm
Comic
done.
Journey's email, and he told me not to share it with anybody. So, guys, here it is. I'm just kidding. Gotcha, Journey. Gotcha.
He's not watching anyway. But,
he will eventually. He will eventually.
He probably pop in it later. But if anybody wants to jump on the off air, here is the link. Because I'm gonna be getting off here. Y'all got anything going on y'all want to promote? You know, right ahead.
You know, I got the hunt. I got church on Sundays. I got all sorts of shit going on. You know, watch
Bleak Air's
everybody.
church on Sunday mornings. It goes for like 4 hours. So definitely check out Sundays. Sundays are on lock. We have the hunt this Friday, which I won't be there, but all the guys will be there. So definitely check them out on the hunt. I know Chris will be there. For myself, I will be on Elite Comics 11 Friday at 11 Eastern. So definitely check that out. The good thing about that, it's on my cell phone, so I actually could be on the hunt, but I really can't really show books. I could just be there as a voice. But yeah, so definitely check out Elite Comics 11. I'll show a little video of that. The dates on this video are from last year, but I just like the video. This is the second time we're doing where the collectors are the vendors. So everybody who sells is a collector at heart and are not dealers. We're not dealers. We don't have multiple sales and stuff like that. You know, we have sales every blue moon. So that's what this issue is. We had one last year. This is
What you're saying is you're not dirty.
I'm not a dirty flipper. I think that's what he was trying to say. He froze. He froze when he said it. But yeah, I appreciate everybody checking through. I'll play a couple of these videos, and if you guys want to jump in the off air, you're more than welcome. And please thumbs it up, man. If you like the books, let me know what books you like in the comments. Let me know what books you like. What book was your favorite? What books you wouldn't sell? Just let me know. Let us know, man. That'd be kind of cool. So from all of us, thank you again. Peace, guys. Peace.
Peace.